unto yourself. What takes a person outside themselves?
It's what you encounter while you are doing what is inside yourself. I'm doing maths. I encountered a different branch of business. And it has required me to step out of who I thought I was.
Oh. Yeah.
So the things that stretch us out of who we are the things that we encounter while we do what is within ourselves.
Welcome to the Entrepreneurial Student podcast. Namhlanje endlini sivakashelwe uMr. AWONKE. How are you, sir?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. And yourself?
Nazo. No, man, I'm well. Please raise your voice so that the people can hear you.
Okay. Good morning, Sanbonani. Is it good morning?
Some people watch it in the morning, some people watch it at night, so
it's always relevant.
Yeah, it's always relevant. No, man, we usually start this thing clean. There's a lady that I usually see. That's how to see. Hey, but here's a penny, give me a random thought. So if you need wisdom of some sort. Okay. I'm sure now when njengomuntu ofundisa abantu, you always have those words. Mhlawumbe sebekwazi ngawo. Athi lo magama.
It's a quote.
Yeah.
It says, "Touch the sky, for you belong among the stars."
Touch the sky,
for you belong among the stars.
The stars.
That's my favorite quote.
What does it mean to you?
I think it means unlimited potential. You know, regardless of wherever we come from.
Yeah.
The mandate is to, touch the sky, and in whatever you do, just touch the sky, because you belong among the stars.
You'll be home, basically.
Basically.
It's saying go back home.
Yeah, it basically it resembles some element of culture of excellence. In whatever you do, just excel. Touch the sky,
bro.
For you belong among the stars.
As Umzulu, I'm taking it personal. Ne?
Okay.
Because part of our explanation would be why are we called Zulus is siyabantu bezu basemaZulu.
The sky.
We come from the sky. Angiyazi le nto, how far does it go? None. But nale ngiyithatha it actually makes sense.
It resonates with you.
Yeah. Thank you very much for those words, mfethu. Mhlambe sesoqala ngesithi a brief introduction of AWONKE, khulelephi, fundelephi.
Mina ngwaqendana that.
Centane is close to what? Mthatha, is it?
No, close to Butterworth.
Butterworth.
Eastern Cape, kuqendana, close to Butterworth.
Yeah.
It's a rural area.
Very rural.
Very rural. So I come from there, the last rural area. Okay, should I say the last place, because after Qendana there is only the sea, which means it is the end of the world. We're in the coastals.
Really?
Yeah.
Qendana nolwandle.
I mean, it's a walk away. Not a walk away actually, but yeah.
It's home.
Yeah. No, so I'm coming from Qendana. Started there in public primary. Same as junior, it was a public school. Same as high school, it was a public school. Primary was at Seku. SPS, Seku, yeah.
Shout out to Seku. Yeah. Anyone who is coming from there or is there, shout out.
Then junior was Ipocho. Very at the beginning of Uqendana, just when you pass Butterworth and then you start with Uqendana, the closest high school, I think it has the closest junior has to be high in Ipocho. And then from there I went to Eldrulisa. For 1 year though, Dulisa High School.
Oh,
For 1 year. Yeah. So I was there for 1 year, Dulisa, grade 10, and then Bandrulisa, basically, like literally. Tabeka a Kobe Commercial High School, which is a school of excellence.
Commercial school.
Kobe Commercial High School.
What's this thing about commercial high school? Like, it's the name. Kobe.
The name, yeah. It's the name Kobe Commercial High School. Yeah. I don't know the significance of commercial because the school itself even had a stream of science. It was not only commerce related subjects. They also had science related subjects. So maybe the commercial part of it can be explained by the founder, which is Mr. Ngolo. Shout out to Mr.
He's
Ngolo.
still alive.
Yeah, med school.
Yo, bro, that's great.
Med school. He taught me in wayendifundisa i-mathematics kunye no Mr. Mkhwetyana. He's the best. Mr. Ngolo, he's the best. Mathematics, as the person that I've become, he has played a very huge role together with Mr. Mkhwetyana, of course, and other mathematics teachers that I've met along the way.
Kota lapho ke bethu we are in a way highlighting the point of mentorship or
definitely.
or looking forward or those people paying it forward.
Yeah.
And leaving a mark. How are you, Klampe? How are you with building relationships when it comes to mentors in Klampe? Yeah. Abantu asebengaphambili kwakho. Don't you find it find situations whereby they feel intimidated by you or by your potential?
No, I've not.
How do you handle mentorship, man?
No, I've not encountered such scenarios whereby I feel like the setup has changed. Maybe due to someone feeling intimidated by the potential that they have spotted. No, I've not encountered that yet.
Yeah.
Maybe mainly because in terms of identifying mentors and learning from specific people that I've taken to be my mentors, the setup of the mentorship most of the time is not the one that requires some element of a relationship between me and you, so that we agree that we have this mentorship going on between us.
It's not official.
No, not really. It's sort of me taking a conscious, what is that word? A conscious decision that so and so has these characteristics and a life in yakhe uhamba this direction, and I would love to learn a thing or two from him. And then I get to be observant kwindlela enza ngayo izinto.
Without consent yakhe. Even that person being aware.
Yeah, without them being aware. For example, the first person that I've taken to be my role model is my brother, the one that on Enmalekelayo, if I may put it that way.
He's older than you.
Yeah, older than me. I think there's a difference of 9 years.
That's a quality number.
Yeah.
How many are you?
Kumam. Ekhayen. Oh. No, so I guess is mom and dad. There are 2 sisters and 4 brothers. Yeah, I'm the 4th one, the last born.
So Nisi.
Yeah, in total. So I've taken him
that's
as
a massive family. Where's 4?
Yeah, no. Where's 4 as a brother. Where's 6 as in total. Yeah. The last born. So I received that treatment. No, I'm kidding.
We spoiled bread.
No.
And being spoiled in Makai is so funny because you get izinto engasile nakho. Sometimes uzothola ushukela.
Basically. Yebo. Xa sele utata egqibotya uzakusikela lapisana. Nothing much. It's not like uzawuthengela i-BMW or something.
Yeah.
So in terms of the question of mentorship and role model, I think for me it has been a scenario of taking a conscious decision that actually I can learn a thing or two from so and so, And then the first person who I by role model is my brother, who put Balis. So I admire the way he formulates decisions.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I was like, this is something that I would love to learn. So Manimtate as a role model. Yeah.
Him being the first, is he the firstborn?
No,
Who
I got
is
firstborn. December kwakhe.
Is there anyone between? So yeah, who second to last? Always 5.
A complicated lewe.
No 6.
Tingo 6 him.
Usekugqibeleni. When ulandela yena. Always 5. Okay.
So I've taken each decision just changes. Like Mr. Ngolo, which is the founder of Ikobe Commercial High School.
Yeah.
He's the best in mathematics as far as I know. And now I wanted to become, just like him. Then I took that decision to put him as a role model. I learned a thing or two from him without having agreement about that actually you are mentoring me. So I don't think there was an opportunity for Bakukulela element of by someone is being threatened by the potential. No, yeah.
No, man, ngiyayithanda le of you taking the ownership, because egcineni umuntu ends up blame shifting. Yena mayingasayi-reach i-potential yakhe, no man, labantu abangikhulisile. They didn't play their part. Kanti as a great person, or as a great person wanna be, it is always advisable ukuthi indoda take the initiative kwawena. If you see this thing is not provided here at home,
True.
go outside and seek it.
True.
No, man, I like those words of taking a conscious decision of pursuing your mentor and looking at the characteristics or afunayo. I usually call abantu who actually do things intentionally. I'm a conscious competence.
Yeah.
So you are not just competent.
Big English.
Mangakubuza ngithi ndoda uyenze kanjani, how do you get to Z? At least you can break it down. Nomunye umuntu abuka, I've got a miniere similar to UNQAYIYA.
Yeah.
Let me use the same strategy to get to my end.
Yeah. No, in terms of, I think there's only one mentor that I had a conscious decision about, like a agreement that was a mentorish. Yeah. Umamo Ronel. Sevenza Nelson Mandela University.
Oh, that's the next level.
We have one.
Yeah.
Coach from my first year up until now. So in terms of the person that I've become up at university, she has played a huge role.
Umamo Ronel, shout out to her.
So as long as okay, you're mentoring me, but we set up of mentorship already. Landba was funded by Basari, then Basari money provide again with speakers as also motivators and inspiration. So she was coming through being invited by the Basari Kweza workshops. As mentorish, as bonisindlela, as bonise the planning that we might have within a university with regards, let's say, mhlawumbi planning for exam preparation. Let's say you plan for managing your time, things like those. And then we linked from that point onwards, and then up until now it has been smooth. And
it's not everyone who did that.
Yeah.
Are you aware? It's not everyone who actually took that initiative
of linking up with that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
I don't want you to downplay it. You were conscious. And people must be aware that you need to make a decision.
Yeah, that is true.
And I like it if you do to Yenzil and you're still building on it. At least the background yakho sengiyayithola. Mhlambe ngingasho ukuthi coming from a big family, financial constraints are there. No matter how much a family can try and feed its kids, kuzoba khona izinto esingesikwazi ukuzafford njengoba
Dad, and
how did you say I'm moving like this to get this? Therefore I find myself here. Financial.
Yeah.
Fair to mind you, the platform is therapeutic in a way because it takes you back. It makes you even question start to appreciate them more.
Yeah, that.
If you are comfortable, please.
Diphuma ku-rural areas, so
Yeah.
almost every household is very similar.
Yeah.
You get into this household, you witness struggles as till. You get to the next household, it's the same story. You get umntwana osuka ku-rural areas, ose university, shares stories till in terms of struggles zakhe. In particular financial related struggles.
Yeah.
So mine are not different. It's the same story from one kid to another.
It's just a different mouth saying it.
Yeah. But I think I was blessed with at an early stages at universities that I was funded. Academics exam. Undergrad I was funded, fully funded. That made a very big change in terms of a financial struggle at a university level. Yeah. Because you want to buy books. Yeah. You can't call mom.
I don't even you want.
You have, it's a must. I have to buy books. I can't call mom and be like, Mom, there is not here 1.2.
And you know exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So there are those scenarios. At the end of the month, there is a rent that must be paid to accommodation. It's a lot. It's 3 point something. You can't call dad and be like, hey dad, nyangiphelile uzayithatha aphi uyabo uzayithatha aphi xa qala inyanga you have to buy glossary. So there is a series of responsibilities that we encounter xa sise university. And sometimes we can't call home and try and be like mama kunje tata kunje because you know the circumstances at home. So I faced the same scenario. But the blessing was that I was fully funded. That made izinto much, much better.
It's a blessing. Né?
Yeah, hence I'm saying it's a blessing.
As much as it's a blessing, I strongly believe you decided.
You're linking it to me now.
I am.
No.
Because I wonder if the aim of this platform is to inspire confidence. Inspire. There's wishful thinking. Yeah. Yes, therefore we deserve. No. You have to toil. There are things that you have to do. Even though was the internet.
Yeah.
But when AWONKE wenzeni kuze uyithole nathi ibhasari yabo izinto kanjalo like hey bro you gotta move mele uzenze lezi because ekugcineni yes we get to be financially sponsored but umuntu usahlulwa into encane kumcathulisi let's say mhlambe you are speaking to a grade 12 uthi ndoda now unyaka uyaqala it's March already 1 2 3 4 5 can in a way trust me mawungenza kanje ungaphuma ecentana.
True. First of all, there's this thing. Phone. Koko la app laphi blue.
Imeka nje yini app what?
Koko la app but I don't know logo ya ina le way.
A blue. I have a green. Oh, it's
yabona ke mna ne colors we don't mix.
There's Facebook and there's WhatsApp.
Basically zonke. Let me put it that way. As much as they have the good side, but on the other side, they consume a lot of our time. Yeah. Ufumanisa kubumntwana wase high school. Kukho imisebenzi efuneka wenzile, but akamenzi. We spend the time on.
We are trade off.
Yeah, on that. I would not recommend it. I won't lie.
Yeah.
I would not recommend it, and it's something that Mr. Ngolo as well. As sasifunde Kobe Commercial High School, wayengayifuni use of phone as grade 12. Yeah. Why is it kuzinto that you have to abandon at that time kwa grade 12? It's a tricky year. Ezinye izinto you have to leave behind, including a presence on social media. Yeah. So that is one thing that I would say, putting ezinye izinto behind.
Yeah.
For that 1 year. And then it will be worth it. just for that 1 year. Enye izawudibana nazo university, you'll spend your time on social media, create content and so on. Yeah, but for that 1 year, can you make a decision and put it behind for that 1 year?
And you'll actually start to realize that you actually have to put it off the whole rest of your life.
Yeah. You can reach out back on it when you want to apply for university. That's perfectly fine. When you want to reach abantu ekhaya, because sometimes grade 12 you get to leave home uyogxamesa mhlawumbi okanye you're at boarding school, so you may need the phone, but the time then that you spend on the phone shouldn't be the entire day,
and it must be productive.
It might be the moment you go to a phone in yakho, you do that thing that you went to your phone for, and then you put it aside, you get back to mathematics. X plus 1 is X plus 1.
You're not longer in the whole time. No, that's
that is one thing that I would say. And then obviously, spending time on your books and having teamwork as well with your classmates, because you will figure out that there's a section that you don't understand, but your classmate can explain it a little bit better. There's a section that you understand and your classmate don't understand that section, and then you get to explain it. And the nice part is that the more you're explaining, the more you understand it.
So Leo guarantees the results in a way. If you can do this, you can get the results. But imagine now umuntu sewaphethe kama results. Is aware ukuthi uzowathola lama results. I-placement iziphi izinto angabheka ukuthi ekuse whilst I'm preparing for this, because sengiyazizwa manje ngizoyi-achieve le. Let me place lapha nalapha. It's either ama bursary or what. Izinto kanjalo. Izipho engathi uyaziqhakambisa uzihambisa phambili. Because mele aphume, yes, uzothola ama-marks, but manje ufuna ukuphuma lapha.
True. I think it goes back to that phone again. The knowledge is available there. You Googling available bursaries, a list will show up. So the person has data, the person has Google Chromes, the person has WhatsApp. So instead of using that data on Google Chromes to search for bursaries, avela diverge you spend on WhatsApp the entire day. Which is fine to go on WhatsApp, that's perfectly fine. But a learner can go to Chrome and search for available bursaries. A list will show up, more than 20 of them. Angene on each and every site, I search for requirements. Abon okay, lay bursary ifuna level 5 kwi mathematics, ifuna levels 5 kwi English. Yabona that already specifies a target ke umntwana makabe nayo.
It's creating your own goals.
Uyayibo?
This is what you're striving for.
Angathi no, I get maths, I think I can get level 4. Yet still within certain safuna bursary, yabo. I check each requirements of each and every bursary that ucinga bana uyayifuna xa selokuqala unyaka next year. I check each as a levels. Then uzabona okay, nanti level ku level 5 efunekayo ku mathematics, ku level 6 efunekayo ku physical sciences, ku level 4 efunekayo ku English. That already sets a target for umntwana ukuba okay, let's not target to level 4 ku maths. Let's go for level 6. Level 7. Uyayibona? And then when it comes to career choices again, it's available on the phone. You can go Google it on the internet, search for a list of the available career choices. Maybe you will say Nelson Mandela University, Okanyete University of Fort. Mhlawumbi lento ifuna you don't even know ubana ikweyiphi faculty, but then by just searching you will then identify something that resonates with you, which is very important. To link skills zomntwana, passions, interests, the hobbies, the things umntwana that make him tick, as a link with the qualification. That's very important. So that process of researching about available career choices is about okay, there is engineering. No, within myself there is not that thing that links to engineering. We are born as a searcher payabon, okay, there is Bachelor of Arts. Actually I'm good at drawing. By that time udiscoverisha a qualification that links to who they are. And that is wonderful, to do a qualification that links with who you are. I made a wrong choice when I was doing my first year.
So when did you make the choice? Did you make it before?
When I was in high school, I was like, okay, I will pass. I will get the good results.
Yeah.
And these results will allow me to enroll in any qualification that I would want to. So as a result, because of that, I became ignorant of what I may do at a university level. I was like,
asking the critical questions.
Yeah. As questions the questions that I didn't ask even myself.
Yeah.
As a result, I made the wrong decision of enrolling with qualification. That is not in line with who I am and what I want.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I will get the results. I will get into the qualification that I'm applying for. That's perfectly fine. So let me just focus on getting the results.
Yeah.
I got the results, and then I was like, following year, I was like, best notice and not in the apply checking with prospectors, searching for big names. I was like, there was medical laboratory sciences. It sounded nice. I was like, let me apply for it. Then I applied for Yona. I did it for 1 year at Nelson Mandela University. It's a great course. Great course. I won't lie. It deals with the human body, composition of its cells, the system within that fights diseases, and the diseases that may attack a human body. It's an amazing course. Yeah, medical laboratory sciences. It's an amazing course, especially for someone that is passionate about it. But for me, during that 1 year, I was like, this is not me. It's theoretical, so I want numbers. That is when I started doing the research. The research that I'm recommending to learners that are in high school. I started that research while I was at university. So I did some research. I was like, okay, there is Bachelor of Science in Applied Mathematics and Mathematical Statistics. That is home.
Applied.
Yeah, I changed. I changed the following year, enrolled for that Bachelor of Sciences. It was maths from morning class up until the late class.
What you exactly
and
want.
It felt like home.
And Vetu, thank you very much for making that critical assessment and allowing change to happen. I think most people fear change, therefore they end up dragging whatever painful thing they are. To the unknown end. Like it's all we are because you should end.
And it was not an easy decision. Yeah. Remember, I had funding.
Yeah.
So I had to make that decision of switching into another qualification. The funders were like, you're at risk of losing this funding. And then the condition that they gave me was that you can do the qualification if you now, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you fail a single module, you're pulling out.
Yeah. That was very strict. Yeah.
That was a very, very strict condition. So I took a risk regardless.
Once again, I underline the risk element for your goal. Because that's your goal.
Yeah.
There will be times where you have to risk it all.
True.
Wash again.
Yeah.
Did you tell them at home?
Let me think. I often don't say much. I often don't say much, honestly. Even at home, they know I don't say much.
So that's
I think I told them after having changed. Yeah.
No.
I think I told them after I had changed. But there are people then that I spoke with to gather wisdom in the process of making that decision. Because it was not an easy decision. Mamo Ronel, the mentor, is one of the people that I spoke with to gather wisdom and knowledge in formulating that decision.
This is coming together really nice. Because when you take such complicated matters back at home, they can easily translate as, it's panic. It's panic advice. Therefore, it's going to lead to panic decision making. Because you're not in the same space as you.
and then that clouds your head.
Yabo.
Then your decision it comes from a clouded place. You lay that you desire, and then you turn when it's clouded like that. It's being influenced by a lot of voices. Then the decision that we are most likely to make is not the one that we actually want.
You're gonna make the panicking,
the
panic relieving.
It's the one that seeks to serve the voices in your head. So my approach, I don't share much. Is that I want a reasoning process be clean. The space, the head space, I want it to be empty as possible. I've got a lot of voices in my head. That's why I don't share much. That's why I didn't share that as well, because it was going to be so easy for them to sort of request that I see this through. See see this through. It becomes draining staying in that course, knowing very well that
and man, you become this shitty person. But let's move to something like the business side of maths. You've helped yourself to acquire knowledge, and you did what most people do once they retire. Writing a book or formulating tangible content, most people do it once they retire. Just say retire. What made you get to that decision at such a young
age? Well, the motivation behind a study guide is that abantwana abaninzi are struggling in mathematics. That is the main reason. So now the purpose of the study guide is to ease as a struggle. Hence the slogan that is normally attached to the study guide is simplifying mathematical complexities. So that is the inspiration behind the book, which is struggles abantwana, and then the purpose is to ease as a struggle. So this is
there's a pain.
Yeah, there is a cause.
You are the doctor.
Basically, I'm contributing in that journey of easing the struggles of learners, in particular in high school. So the process of identifying these struggles started at an early age, like from high school. All the way, the years that I've spent at university, going back to high schools and their tutoring during university holidays. So that was an exposure to the struggles, to actually witness that, actually abantwana are struggling in mathematics. For example, at Kobe Commercial High School, Mr. Ngolo, what would normally do is that he would break us into groups. And then allocate team leaders among the peers so that it becomes a peer teaching process. So I was one of those that would be appointed as the peer leaders among the group, which means sharing now the knowledge of mathematics and how to tackle certain questions. So I got to face as a struggles as I got to face the reality that actually abantwana are struggling in mathematics through ESO interventions. And then in the process of teaching la mathematics kwabantwana at that moment in time, I would actually be exposed with different ways of explaining mathematics so that umntwana I understand even a little bit better, including methods that I had learned from even the previous teachers that I had encountered from primary all the way to a high school. Even at the university level, there was a lecturer that was my favorite, Prof. Feltzman, good Department of Mathematics.
So
the way they teach maths was amazing. It approach was very similar to the approach kaMr Ngolo eGobe Commercial High School ebekwazi ukuya kwi-grassroots kwi-basics and then anyuke nayo. In that process of ukunyuka nayo you get to see the beauty of it. So zezo zinto so zezo zinto ezo apha endleleni eziye zandenza ndangumntu exposed first of all to the struggles that abantwana are having in mathematics, and also being exposed in strategies that can be used to ease such struggles. Even ngoseni kwi-university level uMr Ngolo bekasibize singene kwe-high school sincedisa abantwana that came after teen. That process as well was a process of being exposed, and then being exposed to the struggles and being exposed to e-working approaches
and solutions.
So in that process then kwazala ke study guide. I was like, let me then document le ndlela le.
How does it come? Does it come in a form of sengenza ama notes amaningi now? Or like it's a decision, I'm starting now. I'm recording each and every method now.
For me, it was a decision of, I'm starting now.
Yeah.
It was not a matter of, I've made several notes as names, then let me put them together as a study guide. No. For me, it was a matter of, okay, I'm starting at the moment in time, page 1. Yeah, it was like that. So it's a combination, if I may put it that way. It's a combination of different approaches. How if I were to teach Lendo Mntwana in class, how would I explain it so that I understand? Then instead of explaining it in class, I explain it encwadini, such that umntwana ofunda esa study guide xa isifundayo feel as if a teacher is explaining mathematics right in front of yena. As a result, abantwana abakhe basebenzisa that have met me before, but xa basebenzisa study guide, they feel like I'm standing in front of them because they've seen me in action before.
And manje nansi it's like a Bible maths. Ukuthi izwi ozolifunda la liyizwi
Genesis 1 verse 1.
If you're reading this, you are one with him.
You're taking it to go into church.
No, bro, like I'm actually proud of it. I'm actually proud. Because now I'm being accounting, but when it comes to math, paper 2 was something else.
That's a nightmare.
I had to make sure paper 1.
Yeah.
So how does one deal with people who you find that you are in accounting, but you are dabbling accounting in maths?
Yeah.
Who are physics and maths. They are more inclined to maths.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with umuntu ongenayo le full-time investment with maths or the courage? Because I'm sure about behaving ngokufana.
So umuntu one perception engekho nhle nje, one different attitude mhlawumbe.
Either limited or rejecting maths or inzima or zonke lezi.
So umuntu onala trauma, or if I may put it that way.
And
I think that this might sound very basic and very naive. But I think the first key is being fully yourself as a facilitator at that moment in time. Like bringing energy. If you're passionate about the maths that you are facilitating, then you let that passion shine. Passion is a form of energy. So when you get into a room as a passionate person, we can see it in your eyes. And it's more likely to spread even to people that are in that space at that moment in time. So being a person that is enthusiastic about mathematics, I think it has helped on my case. Because I face those scenarios. I get into class, fumaniseke umntwana udefeated imaths nje. fumaniseke uba umntwana une-bad experience nje i-maths nje as a whole
sizonda nesikole
uyayibo ungena eklasini uthi sakwenza i-trigonometry athi umntana utita I faced le scenario. I think I was in KZN ngena eklasini then ndithi sizakwenza i-trigonometry namhlanje bakhala abantwana utita as a result la mntwana wathi utita I ended up naming her as utita. So eklasini we made joke about it that ngutita. But ekungeneni kwami ke ngokweklasini, carrying the enthusiasm about maths, carrying the passion, it gets to spread. Ufumaniseke into yobana even if ngoku bengene ayibona ngendlela ethile mathematics, but now the perception is starting to change because asayiboni as ihorho anymore. The reason why, because kukho lo mntu uphambi kwakhe ongayiboni naye as ihorho i-mathematics. Another thing that normally helps is understanding the reason why abantwana befeel that way kwi-mathematics. I often view it this way. A feeling umntwana nayo, it's like a fruit kwi-tree. Okanye it's like a tree itself. It's like a tree that has grown. But that tree ine-roots.
Isuka khona.
Yebo. So if you want to kill that tree, start with the roots. If there is a flower that ufuni khule, if there is a flower that ufuni khule, you have to water as a roots and then it grows. Similarly, the way abantwana bafila ngayo kwi-mathematics. As much as they are feeling this way, there is a cause. There is a starting point of that feeling. Sometimes it's simple things like fumaniseke uba umntwana wayesendlini ezifundela mhlawumbi i-mathematics ezama ukusolva ke loo nto ayisolvayo, solve for x umzekelo, wayi-attempt la problem akayifumana isolution yayo, fumana isolution ya-wrong oko. Fumaniseke into yobana ke that process of getting it wrong iyamdemotivate.
Akayibuki njenge
yebo fumaniseke uba la process of getting it wrong iyamdemotivate. Attempt another example ayifumane wrong, imdemotivate. Attempt another problem ayifumane wrong, imdemotivate. And then I started to perceive maths differently. I started to feel some negativity towards mathematics. I started to have some element of the attitude towards it. So that is the feeling. But what is the cause? You'll fail at that moment in time. So now let us understand the failure. Uqakwe kusolve, let's say u-x kwi-algebra. The process of solving u-x requires izinto eziyi-2. Umntwana funeka akwazi how to simplify and how to factorize. Yofumana that umntwana akakwazi usolve for x, not because akekho mentally gifted to handle the equation of solve for x, but because akenayo le knowledge of simplify and factorize. So the root cause here yayonke lento lack of knowledge of simplify no factorize. Then as a facilitator ukudibana nomntwana endizamteach solve for x, endimaziyo uba udemotivated already ngosolve for x, it's a good thing that them understand why. Then ke ndingangeni vele ndimteach solve for x, ndingene ndimteach simplify, siqale ezantsi. Ndingene ndimteach ufactorize. Then from there ke having la understanding as a basics, principles and concepts, sinyuke siye kwi-element of solving for x. You will find out umntana uyakwazi ukuyisolve la problem.
Yeah, bro. And about you speaking it, ngiyakubona ukuthi unasi sineke, like everything is systematic.
Yeah, it's systematic.
Yonke in a process and
it's systematic.
That's what I like.
Yeah,
it's not
systematic.
Like you are just healing umuntu at the top.
It's systematic.
You are going to the root.
To make an example, Glenda ithetha yokuba it's systematic. There's like a system that has to be followed kuyo yonke lento. Probably in solving, in teaching and in learning mathematics, there is a system that must be followed. There was a learner that came to me wathi wathi xa kwakusolva le problem ucela ndimcacisele uba angayisolva kanjani. Yayipha kwi-trigonometry, the last section as our three-dimensional problems. Uthetha ngee-buildings ke phaa.
Tricky. Yo. Hey baba.
Uthetha ngee-buildings nee-tower ke phaa. It's not easy, I won't lie. Yeah. So the thing endayenzayo is that zange ndimsolvele la problem. Zange ndithi masithethe ngale problem. I was like, okay, I assessed the problem. I was like, okay, looking at the problem, in order for uba akwazi ukuyisolve le problem funeka ayazi into ethile nento ethile nento ethile nento ethile kuqala. So ndathatha la problem ndakhe ndayibeka ecaleni, saqala ngala basic science. Saya kula basic science. Saya kula basic, the building blocks sazigqiba. And then I was like, can you go back to that problem? Ngokwakhe ke ngoku. Why I solve?
Bro.
I didn't solve it ngokwam.
Yeah.
I just identified the missing pieces of the puzzle.
On the person.
Yep. Then
And not on the...
yeah.
Yo. Yeah.
So if you look at it, la mntwana ebeza demotivate la problem because akafumananga solution. Amuva aye kwenye, same thing happens. Amuva aye kwenye, same thing happens. Yeah. The building blocks are not there.
Yeah.
That's why I struggle. So move from one problem to another struggle because the building blocks are still not there.
Yeah.
Then ke ngoku abe demotivated, abe ne-attitude towards la section, abe ne-attitude towards trigonometry, attitude towards maths. But what is the cause? The missing pieces. So I was like,
The principles.
that system. I identified the missing pieces. Dabeki problem ecaleni that makhe siye ku section ban sifunde. Dimnikeza la understanding of as a principles from one building block to another. Then from there that how solve it. The same problem ebese nayo. Wayifumana solution. From that point onwards, why thanda nangokula section?
No, bro. Like, I highly appreciate you. And I'm sure there will be people like teachers, tutors, abazobe beyilalela lena. And usubanike a principle of solving other people's problems or maths-related problems. Mhlambe ke mfethu, when it comes to business itself, would you say you are an entrepreneur or it's something that this forced you to it?
Yeah.
Yabo.
No, I'm not.
You're not, ne? Like,
I'm not. My team knows.
How did you undergo the process of meeting that standard? Because yes, I'm good at maths, but now I need to be entrepreneurial.
Yeah, there's the business side of it.
Because there's a business. Ufana umuntu we-arts uthanda ukuzobela but manje hayibo baba le nto sesiyayifuna sesiyayidemanda.
You have to commercialize it.
How do you transition?
It's a big transition, I won't lie. The only thing I wanted was to write a study guide and publish it. That is the only thing I had at the back of my mind. Bayiya kanjani ebantwaneni, yathengiswa kanjani phi. I was like, that's not my worry.
Yeah.
But I was just being naive because it had to go ebantwaneni eventually. Now that's the only thing I wanted. The business side of it is Israel. And I had to deal with it ngokufika kwayo, and that was not easy.
I can imagine, but when it's you now tapping into another side of you.
Yeah.
And now you have to rely on other people because they have the information. Waiting. How in a nutshell, how did you deal with that?
I'm still dealing with it even now.
Ne?
I haven't established the algorithm that I would say I would share that this is the working
system to it. Yeah.
But I am managing well, I won't lie. I am managing well. I wouldn't say it's a failing process. No, I wouldn't say so. There are challenges gone. There are challenges because when you do business, is that the fact is you don't do it alone. There are parties that you get to engage with. For example, if you are doing a business of selling a book, there's a party involved, which is the printing company.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so you're not basically doing it alone. There's a lot of things involved in the process, which are out of your control sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, which they are out of your control sometimes, and how can I put this kindly?
No, you can put it the way it feels in your head. Or
No.
yeah, it even feels in your head.
So a process of business is that you get to have problems that are not your own, but you have to solve them because they affect you.
It's problems you inherit.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
in kule ndlela oyihambayo, on your side you are doing your part.
But man, thanks if I part your
Yeah. And it's limiting.
Yeah.
The business side of it, gets to be damaged a little bit. But yeah, there's been those challenges, but we are overcoming.
Yeah. So mhlambe let's even get to even marketing the book, man. Yabo. Litholakala kuphi? Yabo. Mhlambe how many provinces you would say, baba, if you want the mhlambe nama sales rep, yabo, you can share that type of information with the audience.
The marketing side of it, you see that thing of people,
Yeah.
the community. Sure, right. It can take you somewhere, won't lie.
Yeah.
Because the marketing side of the study guide is mainly on social media. It's just me posting
Because
yeah. It's just posting a post. People share, they like, they comment, they copy the same post and then they post on their timelines. The study guide is being marketed. You hear about the study guide, you tell your friend at work, you tell your classmate if you're a high school learner. The marketing is just like that. There's nothing I would say it's tangible saying that.
You are deliberate. Yeah.
Basically. It's God's plan.
Autopilot.
Basically.
Yeah.
Well, the study guide amazingly is well known.
Yeah.
But still I don't know how.
Social media.
Yeah,
hey. And I think you are healing a problem or you are providing a solution to
yeah.
Every human being comes across men.
True.
It's like breathing. A solution it's bound. But I don't want to downplay that because there is effort. Hey, I was in KZN last month. I'm going to Cape Town. There is that initiation. There are things that you initiate.
No, the support I won't lie from social media. It has been amazing. People they love the study guide.
So do you have ama reps?
House.
Yeah, no manje. Shipment all the way.
It's mainly a shipment.
Yeah.
You can order go WhatsApp with, and then we get to Korea it Apple. That's the main working system at the moment in time. There are places like Queen Williamstown, places like East London, where there are people that you can get the study guide from. My brother is in King Williamstown, so in this big Paezinye, and then Emondi as well. A Free State as well. My sister is there, and this big Paya is in. So as Koninzi is now.
Yeah.
So hence I'm saying the main system that is
Korean.
working Kukorish.
No,
and then
you can even call the number.
Oh, 07.
Because khona umuntu ozoyibona ekugcineni lento le athi okay. Let me so much jot down the number.
073
Yeah.
426 6012.
6012.
Ayizovela abesitraining.
Yeah, bozama ukuyiveza.
073 426 6012.
No.
Yeah, so in terms of putting it into the bookstores,
Yeah.
yeah, I've made that effort. over the years it has not been easy. Going to the business side of it as well.
Yeah.
The process of putting it into bookstores was not easy. But eventually I found a way of doing it. So there are bookstores that do have the study guide. They don't order that much. They may order 2 or 3 to have it on their shelves. So a person may come and bazithenge and then ziphele eventually. Uyayibona?
They are testing the market.
Basically, nabo bafuna urana at their loss. I understand that. I understand where they come from. So a person, when they go to a bookstore, they may not find they may find it but ziphelile. And then they have to order kwi counter. Which is a similar process than
fine.
Uyayibona?
It's just that there's a third party.
Yeah. So
does that affect pricing?
It does.
It
does. The business side of it's not easy, I won't lie.
Because when you're like, no man, there's no need to go to get it from us.
Because good bookstores, ayola 220 CU. 3 something. But there's a top-up amount. There are parties involved within that system of the
more people are involved, the bigger the price. Because it has to be divided among these parties. That is the business side of it, which is tricky. It makes total sense, and abantu buyers because there's a value chain to everything. To wrap it up, when it comes to building a team, what key elements do you look at, or what do you focus on? Let's say we are building a team, or a sales team, or a teaching team.
Is to find people that are amazing in who they are. If you, within the business that you have, let's say you want to have a marketing team, then the best way is to find people that are at their best, at level best, at that marketing task. That they are amazing in who they are. So that when they get into that spot within the business of directing the marketing team, they are at their best. Similarly to, because we company, there is the image of it, which needs a graphic designing process, the posters that are being made prior. So you then need to have a graphic design team, if I may put it that way. The team has to be a composition of people that are amazing in who they are. So that will spread within that department of it graphic designing process. If let's say I'm doing the business here of selling study guides, it doesn't make sense to have a collection of people that are just passionate about maths. How are we going to handle the marketing? How are we going to handle the finances of it? How are we going to handle the graphic designs of it?
You need to look what the business needs.
The
people that you are more comfortable around. We have maths on that.
The department of graphic design needs a person that is passionate about graphic design. The department of marketing, it needs a person that is passionate about what they are doing. Of course, the element of feeling confident about what they are selling, which is the study guide, that as well is important. If let's say I'm trying to bring someone, they need to have an idea of what the study guide is and what it can do, so that they can speak boldly about it. That as well is important. But they must be passionate in what they do
and who they are. No, mfethu siyabonga kakhulu. Mhlambe the study guide applicable to abantu abafunda grade
11 and 12 in paper 2.
Okay. Paper 2?
Yeah, that paper.
Yindaba focus on paper 2.
No, kaloku
paper 1
paper 1 is coming.
Oh.
Paper 2 is the problem, as Busichilo now. It's a pressing matter. So I had to start there.
Yeah.
Then I had to combine grade 11, not grade 12. Because combining the two grades, it gave me a huge space to dig deep into the basics of paper 2. Yeah, well, if I'm teaching a trigonometric static guide, I don't just dive deep into the complexity of it. I have to dig deep in what we had learned in the previous grades. We have to talk about Pythagoras we talk about special angles. Those are very basic things that are less considered kwa grade 11 and kwa grade 12. But there's a building blocks best us. Umntwana will solve a complex problem that requires a Pythagoras. Abengamazi Pythagoras. So they solve one problem.
Because it requires so much effort to go to umntwana personally as dibansele or even the root. No man, lento iqalela. Kanti yena useyibamba lapho sithi ayangisi.
Yambida ke because ibhude phaya. So combining grade 11 or grade 12, the approach was to get into the grassroots of it. Dig it deep and then you can focusing on paper 2 again, it's because paper 2 is the pressing matter. And again, I couldn't combine both paper 1 and paper 2 in one study guide. It was going to be like a dictionary. Yeah. If you look at it, I'm overwhelmed. If you look at it, saying cool already. Yeah. So it is like a dictionary, and then that would be overwhelming and intimidating.
No, bro, I really commend you. And if you are doing in order to pass maths, you need to do the things that you don't know.
True.
Because the moment you sukwazi ukwenza ukuthi khohle manje lokho, leave that behind because you know how to do it. Nansi le.
Yep.
Olokuyibaleka. And if you did exactly that. Like you did kwawena, you're like, no. Ngiyayazi inkinga yamanyana. Nansi inkinga. I'm not doing this mainly to sell.
Yeah,
the aim is problem solving and the money will come.
Yeah, I just wanted to write a study guide, put it out there. As a result, I didn't know Basaga Ganjan, but just to put it out there.
Yo, bro. And some people start with the money end. Before, bro. Or we're calling a problem. Then from solving the problem,
the most important thing is being of service. Being of service. That includes solving a problem within the society. Yeah, being of service. If you're telling jokes, you're being of service.
Oh, Trevor, no.
Yeah, they are being of service. We're a depressed generation.
Bro.
And those jokes are serving us in a certain way. So then the art of telling jokes is being of service in that platform of telling jokes.
Uzwakele mfethu. Siyabonga kakhulu. We just passed the hour mark.
Amen.
So yeah. We usually call this platform a platform for the boring stuff. You have to sit here intentionally. Akusinto engathi uyimamela ugqithe. Sit down, relax and listen. Yabo. I'm hopeful ukuthi sothi sihambe isikhathi so sesinenye futhi wisdom that we want to share with the platform because now we are planning to grow. And as much as cooler, sayidinga that pocket of pouring. So 2023 I was thinking like this. Let me come back in 2020 with my new thinking or whatever.
I think I'll come back next month. We grow fast, Vela. We grow fast. Yeah.
The moment you bring your life to your control, you see how much of uncertainty.
Yeah, we grow fast.
Anything can happen now. You're like, hey, Chief, Ozan is like Dubai, man.
The moment I get out of this studio, I'm no longer the person that was sitting in this chair.
Thank you very much.
So if you look at me and you judge me for what I've said here, no, I'm no longer that person.
No, what you mean? Every moment, a second later, it is history.
Yeah.
So you are making history every minute and time.
True.
This is history in the making.
So in a month to come, you might want to invite me
Ndoda ngizokubhuka. Manje ama episodes walayina apha. Then yeah. Siyenze lento. Bro, like any conversation that is building, we are game. There might be guys obazi youth they deserve a platform. And it's this type of energy, even engagement. Plug them, sebenze yabo. With the little we have, we are born and out siyahlanganisa. It's a platform at the end of the day. And let's use them. Siyabonga mfethu, last words to the parting audience. Oyivala ngayo le episode.
Yo, hey, funeka nje silungweni kiyo.
Noma ngaya. It's open.
Last words. I think I will go back to emphasizing being of service. Yeah, I think that's the key. I think in whatever we do, I think we should seek to be of service. Yeah. I think greatness comes from that, being of service. Then the question of what do we become of service in? The answer to that question can be found within ourselves. Who we are and what we are good at. If I am good in art, then I should find a way being of service within that sphere of art. If I am good in mathematics, then that's my opportunity to being of service within that sphere of mathematics. There are problems that exist within our societies, and that can be solved by several streams of education, even non-education streams. By just being innovative in what you are good at and letting that innovation being of service to the surroundings. Amen.
No, ngiyakuzwa mfethu. Yabona ke manje ngiyasiqede lento. What takes a person out of their to be of service, you must dig deeper. Unto yourself. What takes a person outside themselves?
It's what you encounter while you are doing what is inside yourself. I'm doing maths. I encountered a different branch of business. And it has required me to step out of who I thought I was.
Yeah.
So the things that stretch us out of who we are the things that we encounter while we do what is within ourselves.
Aye, bro, that's powerful. And the way we got to it, I'm happy.
Amen.
Wait. Ngesivali masingayeka manje.
Utsho kanje.
It's a rap. Siyabonga. Hayi. Umnandi sisonke. Sure.
Danko.